The Descenders Platinum Trophy is so unbelievably difficult, less than 1% of players have been able to obtain it. So today I'm going to be attempting to unlock the game's 34 trophies, requiring me to complete 2 different campaigns without losing all my lives, complete 64 of the hardest challenges the game has to offer, and finish an entire run without bailing once. And these trophies made this game possibly the hardest Platinum Trophy I have ever unlocked. Once I booted up the game for the first time, I completed a quick tutorial, redeemed every code I could find online, got dripped out, and finally entered the first campaign. This campaign has 4 main maps: the Highlands, the Forest, the Canyons, and finally, the Peaks. And if I successfully complete all 4 maps in a row without dying, I unlock the trophy, True Descender. I begin in the Highlands, and once I finish my first level, I get introduced to the map nodes. These nodes include different types of levels, including the Fire node, where every stat is maxed out and you lose double lives, the Boss node, which you need to complete to move on to the next map, the Medic node, which gives you a free life upon completion, the Headcam node, where you have to play in first person, and finally the Team node, where you get to pick between 3 different level types. These level types are Ride Off Road, sponsored by Arboreal, High Speed Downhill Action, sponsored by Kinetic, and finally Ton of Stunts, which is sponsored by Enemy. And because I love fast paced gameplay, I chose High Speeds, which actually ended up getting me my first trophy. Represent your style. Complete a team node. What does that mean? After completing the team node, I proceed to complete every level the map has to offer, and I found myself at my first boss jump. And if I survive, I can earn 2 different trophies. Show 'em who's boss, which is for surviving my first boss jump, and Into the Woods for entering the forest map. Is that fire? You're joking. Oh god. Oh! Oh my god. Show 'em who's boss. Survive a boss jump. Wow, that is difficult. Into the Woods. Reach the Forest. The Forest map is undoubtedly harder than the Highlands due to the trees being everywhere you turn, there being more difficult stunts, and each level having a lot of curves. However, I managed to push through and I eventually made it to the Forest bonus level node. Now this is an optional bonus level, and you can find one of these in every map of the campaign, with the Forest level consisting of a massive ramp. And although the challenges aren't really required, I decided to still give it a go, which ended up actually ruining my entire run. Speed Demon. I don't know what that's for. Come on. Oh. No! Carving a path. Get 10,000 rep. No shot, I have to restart the entire game. Are you fucking kidding me? Now believe it or not, I actually unlocked 4 different trophies at the same time. These trophies were Wipeout for losing all of my lives, Get Some Gear for obtaining 10 items, It's Getting Cluttered in Here for obtaining 25 items, and Quite a Collection for obtaining 50 items. The only reason why I got the item trophies is because of the codes I redeemed earlier, and because I unlocked all the trophies in a matter of a few seconds, they never actually appeared on screen. But luckily, PlayStation automatically saves all the trophy clips once I unlock them. After my miserable death, I begin the second run, where I tried to complete as many optional objectives as I could, because once you complete one, you earn an extra life. And about 30 minutes later, I made it back to the forest, where I not only completed my 3rd connected team node, giving me the option to get sponsored, but I was also able to make it to the forest boss jump. And because I nearly died, I decided to just go around instead, taking me to the 3rd map. The rampage begins. Reach the canyon. Oh man, I'm screwed. Now because I entered canyons on my very last life, I didn't make it very far into the map. I'm done. I'm done, no! Oh my god. Found your flow. Get 50,000 RP. Oh my god. But it's not all bad, because not only did I reach 50,000 reputation thanks to the tricks I performed earlier, but I was also able to accept my sponsored team contract, giving me the It Begins trophy. It begins. Get sponsored by a team. Now because this was my 3rd run, I was very close to get my first shortcut. And once you unlock a shortcut, it allows you to start from any map you choose. And although it doesn't count towards the True Descender trophy, we still unlocked one for completing our 3rd boss objective. Oh, the training was worth it. Jump over the train. And dialed in. Unlock a shortcut. Once we arrive back at the canyons, I have a total of 10 lives to work with. And even though I lost a good chunk of them near the start, I pushed through and somehow made it to the 4th and final map. Oh my god. Oh, no way I just did that. That was awesome. The final challenge. Reach the peaks. Oh, this looks horrible. And with my confidence at an all-time high, I attempted to complete this map on my first attempt. But with only 4 lives left, it didn't turn out as I expected. Oh my god. Moving on to my 4th attempt, I made some pretty good progress. Because not only did I unlock a trophy for completing my 10th mini-boss jump, gap in the market, complete 10 mini-bosses. I didn't even know that was a mini-boss, and I can't lie, I'm pretty sure I used it. But we'll take what we can get. But I also made it back to the peaks, where I was able to make it slightly further than last time. And on my 5th attempt, I made it to the peaks boss jump, meaning all I had to do for the trophy was to survive. What? Oh, brilliant. So, I go a little too fast, and I'm dead. I'm done with this game. Now, the hardest part of this trophy is easily surviving the final boss jump. So to gain some practice, I went into the shortcuts tab and replayed the peak map over and over again. And after about 10 to 20 minutes of trying, I made it for the first time. Yep, that's perfect. That's perfect. Oh my god. Oh, I've completed the peak map. Made it. Finish peaks boss jump. So with my newfound skill, I completed the optional credits level. You're still here. Finish the credits. And went back to aiming for the True Descender trophy. And surprisingly, my first attempt back went incredibly well, because somehow I made it to the final boss jump with 5 lives to spare, meaning all I had to do was concentrate and not screw up. And we're done. We're done. No way. True Descender. Start to finish run. Time to move on to the second campaign, I guess. With the first campaign complete, we can move on to the second campaign, Career Plus. And just like the first, there's a total of 4 main maps to complete. The desert, the jungle, favela, and the glaciers. And if I complete all of them without losing all of my lives, I can earn What a Legend. So I changed all my clothes and begun in the desert, where I quickly realised this is the easiest map in the entire game. This is mainly due to the fact that there are absolutely no stunts you have to complete. So I breezed through the desert and swiftly moved on to the jungle. And because it's basically just a bigger version of the forest, I got to the boss pretty fast and ended up completing it on my first attempt. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, there we go. Now the third map is Favela, and this map actually ended up being somewhat challenging. This is because most of the levels were constantly downhill, meaning I had a massive increase in crashes. And if the main levels weren't hard enough, the boss jump was easily the hardest in the entire game. Because once I started the level, I had a total of 7 lives, and after a couple attempts, I only had 1 life to spare. So I ended up just going around the boss jump instead of trying to complete it, and moved on to the final map, the glaciers. Now this map is basically just a more difficult version of the peaks, and as you could imagine, my limited number of lives didn't last me very long. Okay, I'm dead. Oh, that was so close. Now my second attempt went almost the exact same as the first, because once I made it to the glaciers, I wasn't even able to make it halfway through. But thankfully my third attempt went way better, because once I arrived to the final boss jump, I racked up a total of 12 lives. So as long as the boss wasn't as hard as the peaks boss, I would be able to get it done pretty easily. Okay, here we go, here we go. Let's do this. Easy. Give me my trophy. What a legend. Finish Career Plus in 1 session. With both of the campaigns complete, I wanted to move on to the 2 multiplayer trophies. These trophies are Bring a Friend for completing a level with another player, and Get the Gang Together for completing a session with 2 different crew members. For Bring a Friend, all I had to do was go into a multiplayer server and complete a level with a random player. But there is one slight issue. Oh, not again. If I had a nickel every time I bought PlayStation Plus for a video, I would have 2 nickels. It's not a lot, but it's weird it's happened twice. Bring a friend. Finish a level together with someone else. Now to unlock Get the Gang Together, I was originally going to continuously refresh the multiplayer mode until I found a near full lobby. But after about 30 minutes of trying, I decided to create my own lobby with my boy Lumdubs, hoping for another 2 players to join. But while I was waiting, I looked a bit into it and realised this wasn't a multiplayer trophy at all. And the crew members they were actually referring to were actually the 3 different coloured perks you would get during each run. So I went into my own career session and racked up as much reputation as possible. And eventually I was able to equip 3 different coloured perks. Get the gang together. Finish a session with 3 different crew members. Can't believe I wasted almost 2 hours sitting in multiplayer lobbies. To unlock the trophy Go the Extra Mile, you must complete the 5 bonus levels spread out in the 5 maps in the career mode. These levels consist of the construction site located in the highlands, the mega ramp located in the forest, the ranch located in the canyons, the moon located in the peaks, and finally the kids playroom located in the hidden volcano map. I decided to start with a mega ramp, which required me to obtain 5,000 reputation. Now the easiest way to do this is play through the forest until you unlock the Fakey Balance perk. You then have to go down the ramp backwards and just keep your balance until you go over the 5,000 reputation goal. Next up was the ranch, and this level needed me to complete 3 different tricks. I needed to perform a Superman backflip, a 540 no-hander, and a 180 can-can. Now this level can be pretty difficult if you don't use the spin speed perk, because when you have this perk equipped you can spin and flip faster than usual, making the Superman flip and the 180 can-can really easy. The only problem I had was trying to perform the 540 no-hander, but after attempting the trick in a different section of the map, I was eventually able to pull it off. Boom! Oh, we done it! The moon located in the peaks was practically just a collector font, forcing me to collect every letter in the level. Now this level can be pretty annoying at times, mainly due to the low gravity, but as long as you have the bunny hop perk equipped, you can get it done pretty fast and efficiently. Oh, 2 more bonus worlds left. Next up was the construction site, and the objective for this map is to parkour to the top of these containers, and this is commonly known as the hardest bonus level in the game. Now this is mainly due to the first 2 jumps being a pain in the ass, but once you get through the first section you can easily complete the rest as long as you be really careful. Yes! Now the final bonus level we have to complete is the kids playroom, and to reach this bonus level you must complete the fire node on each map, then you have to go through the fire ring on each boss jump, and if done correctly you'll get transported to the volcano map. Don't look down. Complete boss jump in volcano. What? No I didn't. Now I found these rings of fire pretty difficult, causing me to play the same maps over and over again. However, I can't be too mad at my losses, because during my playthroughs I got an extra 2 trophies. These trophies consist of Ain't No Scrub for reaching 250,000 reputation. Gonna end session. Ain't No Scrub. Get 250,000 rep. And Flying Finish, which is for crossing the finish line after bailing. Flying Finish. Finish a level after bailing. I swear I've done that before. Once I arrived at the volcano, I went straight to the bonus level, and after I collected every action figure on the map, I 100%ed every bonus level in the game. Got it. Okay. Go through here and I better get the trophy. Go the extra mile. Complete all bonus worlds. That trophy took me 7 hours and 20 minutes. Why do I make myself suffer for these videos? With almost everything in the career mode done, I wanted to quickly earn the 3 miscellaneous trophies I still have left to unlock. These trophies consist of landing a double front flip. Landed. Flipping heck. Land a double front flip. Landing a 360 front flip. That's a... Oh, that works. Every axis. Land a 360 front flip. I nearly died there. Did you see that? And finally, landing a 720 double backflip. Oh, done it. Getting dizzy. Land a 720 double backflip. Now, before we move on to the hardest trophy in the game, I wanted to complete the 64 optional tour challenges required to unlock the 2 DLC trophies. These challenges consist of stuff like completing the custom wipeout levels, achieve top 10 on the daily challenge leaderboard, and reach 1 million reputation. Now, the first set of challenges are pretty easy, meaning I got halfway through the DLC in just a couple of hours. Rage Squid Amateur Tour. Complete all of the missions in Rage Squid Amateur Tour. But once I got to the pro challenges, everything changed, because I saw the challenge become a descender. This challenge is tied to the trophy Veteran, which we get for completing a sponsorship. And to complete a sponsorship, you must complete the 3 daily challenges every day for just over 2 weeks. Meaning I literally have to wait for days on end just to unlock this platinum trophy. So all I could do was complete every challenge aside from that one and log on every day until I get the final daily challenge. And this is my final kinetic challenge. Now all I've got to do is go to the kinetic office. 1, 2, 3. And then we claim our reward. Veteran. Complete a sponsorship. Rage Squid Pro Tour. Complete all of the missions in the Rage Squid Pro Tour. And just like that, we only have one trophy remaining. The trophy I'm referring to is called the Golden Run, which is commonly known to be possibly the hardest trophy in the entire game, because to unlock it, you must complete the entire campaign without bailing once. Now, to make this as easy as possible, I decided to set myself some rules. These rules are: don't perform any tricks, go as slow as possible unless it's for a boss jump, and don't go for any optional challenges. So with these rules in place, I start off in the Highlands and immediately failed due to performing a trick. Shit. So I tried again and it ended in the exact same outcome. Oh, what the fuck? So in my third attempt, I actually started to play it safe, and this is where I started to lock in, because I somehow made it through the Highlands, then the forest, then the canyons, and before I knew it, I was somehow already at the Peaks boss jump. And if I somehow complete this boss first try, not only will I unlock the Platinum, but I'll also be able to debunk this trophy for being way easier than it was made out to be. No way. This can't be first try. Oh my god. That's the Platinum. That's the Platinum. The Golden Run. Full session without bails. And Descenders Master. Collect all of the trophies in Descenders. I'm currently shaking. This game's definitely up there with some of the hardest Platinums I've ever unlocked.